Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Mizuho Week Ahead. I am Zingy, market economist at Mizuho Bank. The theme for this week is hot and heat. A conspiracy of hot US data and geopolitical risks have turned the heat on for markets. Rallies are now under scrutiny as higher yields, oil, and uncertainty raise the bar for favorable risk rewards. To recap, US jobs data was hot. A sizzling 90K outrun in non-farm payrolls as the 303K headline blew past 214K expectations and easily absorbed higher labor force participation rate. Presumably, the inference of an inconveniently hot jobs market triggered a surge in UST yields from pivot pushback. This squares with no landing US exceptionalism narrative, where the US transitions to a cyclical pickup unfettered by higher for longer gaining currency, in turn showing up as policy expectations for diminished or even derailed 2024 rate cuts. Notably, a hot US with attendant policy restriction turns the heat up for economies elsewhere. This is not only from the transmission of higher US rates via global capital markets dragging on demand elsewhere, but more insidiously through macro and financial stability risks. In particular, EM currencies are prone to a double whammy of a strong US dollar and high UST yields. One consequence of this imposed macro stability risk is that EM Asia's central banks are considerably more constrained in the option to cut rates ahead of the Fed, especially with fluid Fed pivot pushback. The BSP later today will likely sit on its hands amid lingering peso downside risk cost push threat. Trouble with taking chances on macro and on currency stability with a cut sooner is that the cost of remedial action to reverse compromised stability tends to be asymmetrically higher. And so, despite the Bank of Thailand arguably having relatively more latitude, a hold may be preferred for now. Similarly, the Bank of Korea may also allude to steady inflation and the need to maintain current stance. On Friday, the MAS too has a compelling case to stay on hold, despite the inflation bounce. For a start, MAS's FX policy mechanism is not analogous to rate tools. Point being, the bar for further tightening is far higher, given front-loaded and aggressive policy tightening since October 2021. Complicating this picture is a hot geopolitical situation in the Middle East. The geopolitical heat is on, and oil and gold remain hot despite higher yields. Brent crude easing back below $90 from $92 test is a tactical conflict concession, not a fundamental geopolitical risk discount. Fact is, the concession of Israel moving troops out of Gaza is nowhere near cost to discount growing threats of direct conflicts involving Iran. After all, the Israeli leadership is now formally trained on Iran as a threat to be addressed. The upshot is that oil's upside volatility remains very much intact as geopolitics amplifies supply shortfall. With that, we have come to the end of the video. For more information on the key events for the next week, please refer to our Week Ahead publication or contact your respective sales desks and RMs. And for regular notifications on our market views, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. Thank you and bye-bye.